According to God's Word, and the way to give up a grudge is to forgive a grievance. Notice that what God is saying here. He isn't saying you ignore whatever the person has done to you. He isn't asking you to pretend it never happened. He doesn't ask you to condone it, to pretend it didn't matter. God just simply asks you to forgive the grievance. That means to acknowledge how wrong and painful what was done to you, but to decide to forgive the person who did the wrong to you. And that's one of the hardest things you will ever do in your life. But the hardest thing you ever do in your life is pray for the person who hurt you. And I've had to do that time and time again. And I've questioned, for 1 minute I would question God, why are you letting me do that? Why do you want me to do this? And the moment I pray for that person, that situation, the pain left. It's becoming humble. And that's what we've got to do tonight. We've got to pray for those that hurt us. I am absolutely certain that there are people here that's listening today that need to give up their grudges and forgive their grievance that they have against someone else. Some of you need to forgive the grievance you have against your parents for what they did or didn't do. Some of you need to forgive your children for the same reason. Some of you need to forgive a partner for emotional or physical abuse. But that don't mean to stay in it either, because God don't want nobody abused physically or mentally. Some of you need to give up the grudge you have against someone at work because of the way they have treated you. Some of you need to give up the grudge that stems from an argument you had with someone. Some of you probably need to give up the grudges you have against other people in your congregation. God says that the deep-seated resentment you have against the person has to go. What better time to make that difficult decision to forgive than start off a new year? Now, don't tell God you can't forgive, because what you really mean when you say that is that you won't forgive. If Christ can forgive your sin, despite it involving the pain of the cross, then surely you can forgive your grievance, no matter what the cost. But the question is tonight, will you do it?